There was a recent Gallup poll about education, and only 9% of Americans are completely satisfied with our education system. That's a single-digit number, 9%.
Yeah, and that's yikes, and also not at all surprising.
Well, so say why it's not surprising, because I actually was a little surprised by it.
In order to really understand the education system, you have to understand it as a complex and adaptive system with many emergent properties. And we've talked about CAS's complex adaptive systems on previous episodes. But one of the keys to sort of understanding a CAS, a complex adaptive system, is to understand the agents.
Yeah.
And the agents are the different people. The actors
in a system. Yeah.
And there's different types of agents that are part of the system, right? And so if you just kind of like run through the agents, parents not happy,
right?
They're not seeing what they want to see. Students not seeing what they want to see in the education system, totally not engaged. Parents, they're worried that their kids aren't developing the skills that they need to succeed and thrive in life, right? Teachers are super not happy. They really deeply want to teach, and they find on a daily basis that most of what they're doing prohibits them or inhibits them from just being able to do the thing they love, which is to teach.
Right. Superintendents,
principals, business leaders aren't getting the talent that they need. We talk to business leaders all the time. They're constantly saying they're creating whole internal education programs in their companies to remedy the problems that they're seeing, that that people aren't ready, job ready. And then of course, you look at all the various statistics on mental health and all the kinds of things that show us that people aren't learning the skills that they need, whether it be grit or emotional intelligence or thinking skills or whatever, just to deal with everyday life. So people like the product of education, peoplehood, right?
Yeah.
The product of education isn't even happy with education, right? Like we're not prepared for life. College faculty, not happy. They're finding that their students aren't even prepared for college, and one could even say that college isn't really preparing young people for life either. So that's part of the education system. So I mean, like, as you go around to all the different agents in the system, all the different actors in the system, who is happy? Nobody's happy. 9%. I don't know who those 9% are, but they probably maybe ostriches.
Well,
and have their heads stuck in the sand.
Maybe.
I don't know who's happy with the education system.
Well, I mean, I can imagine.
I know who's happy with the education system. The people that are making money off of it.
Oh, the big companies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's interesting. And I guess the bigger picture. So I think we should go bigger picture and then look at all those different actors and parts.
But by the way, superintendents, principals, they're not happy with it either. I mean, they're constantly fighting against all these structural problems that.
Well, but if you look at it at a system level.
Yeah.
And I think, we've talked about this a little bit. It seems like the whole system was designed in a certain way around content mastery, but the world has changed around the speed of information, the type of information, the kinds of things we need to learn. So our practices are sort of, I think you've called them even actually from the agrarian society, where the system was built, in other words, for a very specific purpose, which has not evolved to meet the things we need today.